In the City of London, at Arsenal's headquarters in Colney, an unusual atmosphere is blowing through the club's leadership. It is not only the air of change, but also the air of a new vision. Arsenal's management, led by Mikel Arteta and Director of Football Edu Gaspar, have begun in-depth talks with the representatives of Marco Palestra, a young Italian talent who is rapidly rising in European football. According to sources from Italy and England, these meetings are considered an important step in Arsenal's plan to continue investing in young, talented players who can become the backbone of the club in the long term. Who is Marco Palestra? Marco Palestra is a player who mainly operates on the right wing in attack, but he can also play behind the strikers or in an advanced midfield role. He is known for his pace, high technical ability, dribbling skills, and his intelligence in making the right decisions at the right moment. In the youth teams he has played for, Palestra has shown that he is different from others. He does not rely only on talent, but also on football intelligence. Coaches see him as a player with a bright future, capable of becoming one of the top players in Serie A and European football in general. Why Arsenal chose him? Arsenal do not sign players by accident. The decision to enter talks with Marco Palestra came after deep and careful scouting by the club's recruitment team. Mikel Arteta himself is said to have watched Palestra in several matches and was impressed by how he combines speed, intelligence and teamwork. Arteta sees him as a player who can grow into an important weapon on the wings, an area where Arsenal are looking to add more power and creativity. Edu Gaspar, on the other hand, views Palestra as a long-term project, a player who can be signed for a reasonable price now, but who could become very valuable on the transfer market in the coming years. What was discussed in the first talk sources close to the meetings revealed that the first talks focused on 4 main points. Arsenal's vision for Palestra. The club explained how they see him in their long-term project and where they believe he can reach in the future. Playing opportunities. Palestra and his representatives were pleased to hear that Arsenal want to give him real chances to prove himself rather than keeping him on the bench for a long time. His development. Arsenal presented a special development plan, including training programs, regular game time, and learning from experienced senior players. Contract details. Although no final agreement has been reached, both sides discussed the basics regarding contract length and the players' expectations. What Palestra thinks. In an interview reported by Italian media, a person close to Marco Palestra said, "Marco is very excited about Arsenal's project. He sees the club as a place where he can grow in his career, learn from top players, and get the opportunity to perform at the highest level." This further confirms that Palestra does not see this as just an idea, but as a serious and important opportunity in his career. The role of Mikel Arteta. As usual, Mikel Arteta is personally involved in discussions about new signings. He believes that a manager should not just observe from the side, but should be at the heart of the recruitment project. Arteta told Palestra directly that he sees him as a player who can change Arsenal's game in the future. He explained how he could use him in different tactical systems, depending on the opponent, and how he could help him improve the weaker parts of his game. This made Palestra even more interested in the project because he felt valued as a player, not just as another name on the squad list. How Arsenal fans reacted. On social media, Arsenal fans showed mixed reactions. Some were happy that the club continues to invest in young players with great potential, while others expressed concern about signing another player who has not yet proven himself at the highest level. However, many fans agreed that this move shows Arsenal have a clear vision. Many believe that although Palestra is not yet a big name, he could become one of the future stars. What this transfer could change at Arsenal. If the talks are successful, Marco Palestra could increase depth on the right wing, give Arsenal more tactical options depending on the opponent, strengthen the project of building a young but talented squad. Furthermore, signing Palestra would send a strong message to other clubs that Arsenal are not only focused on buying famous players, but also on investing in the stars of tomorrow. Long-term vision. Arsenal are on a journey back to the top level of European football. This is not a short-term path, but a long journey that requires patience, belief, and smart investment. In Arsenal's eyes, Marco Palestra is one piece of this bigger picture. He may not be very famous today, but tomorrow he could be one of the players who write a new story for Arsenal. Conclusion. The talks between Arsenal and Marco Palestra do not mean that the transfer is already completed, but they do show that there is hope, vision and confidence that Arsenal's future is being built on intelligence and talent. As fans wait for official confirmation on whether Palestra will wear the red and white shirt, one thing is clear. Arsenal continue to prove that they do not want to move backwards, but instead want to build a future that all their supporters can be proud of.